Reachers big and small. Today we're talking about um, satellite communications and fixed wireless communications, and what are the benefits and what are the downfalls of each. Today we have my esteemed colleague Errol Kapalian, who also moonlights as a recreational politician.
Hello,
Errol,
everybody. Well, we made it. We're back. We're back.
we're back.
Back to the show.
Hey, come on! Oh, I'm just getting I'm just getting an alert here. Stand by here. I have a breaking news here. Oh, here we go.
Oh no!
We continue to follow breaking news in Midtown.
What?
Concerned about.
What is that? A manhole fire, Errol? Have you ever seen
It
a
looks
manhole
like
fire?
I have, and they smell awful. They're not good,
What?
especially not in front of a
Four people
food
have
place.
non-life-threatening
Yeah,
injuries, and one building
Whoa!
has
Is that
been
is
evacuated.
that Midtown?
Look at that! Look at that! Hey, look, we got local celebrities here.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting some feet, right, Brian? I got Citizen app in my ear, and I got ABC and CNN here talking to me. Holy smokes! Let me just take this guy off here. I honestly don't even know. Like, is that a thing? Does it manhole fires happen? Wow!
They happen a lot.
Holy smokes!
They
That's
happen
crazy.
enough that they don't make the news very much because they happen all the time.
Whoa!
Look at this! Look at this! This is mostly because
That's terrible.
How did you get such a direct feed to ABC Eyewitness News?
Wow!
Viewers, Ben does incredible things.
Wow, this is incredible. Manhole fire. There are so many times businesses lose internet because of manhole fires. People don't talk about it. They don't know about it, but it happens every single day. Oh, terrible,
It's a matter of
terrible.
time before
Injuries. Oh, terrible, terrible. Hope this man feels better.
Hopefully.
There are other ways to connect to the internet, right? One such way is fixed wireless, right? What is fixed wireless? It's not in the air, right? It's actually, isn't it a point-to-point connection? There's like two antennas that look at each other and transmit data back and forth.
Exactly. It's like two paired antennas that are pointing at each other, potentially over miles, that can bring massive bandwidth to anywhere.
Wow, kind of like this picture right here, right? Like pointing to each other.
Look at that sci-fi image. Look at that.
In this picture,
we're shooting lasers onto Europe.
Yeah,
apparently.
but just imagine the satellites are buildings and the lasers are fixed wireless. Like, this is exactly what we do. What's the benefit of fixed wireless? Well, you bypass all of the underground, I hate to say it, archaic connectivity methods. Yeah, fiber is awesome. Don't get me wrong. It interconnects our whole global internet backbone right now. But
well, it is ancient technology. I mean, we're talking about stuff that's like from the 50s and 60s here. So we are talking about what is the future.
Are you filing your nails? I want to file my nails. Well, if you're filing your nails,
absolutely,
because that's like how do you multitask like that?
Listen, I'm a man of many talents.
As David Theodore says, the last mile is where the internet goes to die. And how true is that statement? It's true.
I like it. It's very succinct and really capture the spirit of this.
So let me switch here pictures. So fixed wireless fiber, as Natural Wireless likes to call it, is ultra low latency, and it's an alternative path to fiber. It's equally as fast, if not faster, meaning lower latency. The speeds are comparable: 1 gig, 5 gig, 2 gig, 10 gig, 20 gig, dedicated. Ultra low latency, sub milliseconds within the infrastructure of our network, and going out to the internet, 3 to 5 millisecond round trip latency. Then when you throw in this picture here, check this out. If I zoom in here so it's not as blurry, these are Starlink satellites. I mean, I just did some research with Errol earlier before the call, and he sent me a bunch of really cool stuff. And here, these are actual Starlink satellites. And I guess these, Errol, do you think these orange things are ground stations? Huh. I don't know. It looks really cool, though. Satellites you see, I guess they are ground stations because they're the only things not moving.
Yeah, so some of those that have to be ground, they have to be the stations that are on the bottom, right? Where presumably.
Check that.
I mean, click on it, see what it says. I'm intrigued.
This thing, it just gives you the location. It says, oh, you can't really see.
Yeah, there you go, ground station right there.
Oh, it says ground station.
Ground station. It tells you how many antennas they've got. tells you the diameter, tells you the manufacturer, tells you what their uplink type is, which is kind of incredible. I mean, you have to give the satellite people credit.
This
They're
is
really good.
cool. This
They're really
website.
good at open source information. If you wanted to learn how your Starlink is working, you could easily do that.
Wow, that's cool.
because of
So
the
that's a
community.
ground station. Let's click an actual satellite. Here, this is. Oh no, come on now. Oh! I have to get it. Got it. I got it.
Caught it. We caught it. We got it.
Oh wait. So if you look on the bottom screen, it gives you like a graph or a grid or what is it? It looks like my heart rate. Opposite.
I don't think we can see that. Did you click calculate or something? I missed.
Bass is no. It's trying to get me to do all sorts of stuff. Oh, we gotta get out of here. I don't want that. That's pretty neat, though. Oh, this gives you the path of the satellite, the red.
Right,
I'm
gives you their orbits, right? So what's pretty incredible is obviously Starlink has a massive constellation of satellites around the world, right? So I mean, what does it show? 4,000 something, 4,400 satellites, something. I think you can see it in the bottom left, maybe.
3,717. I can filter it so it says ones that are people are using the satellite. So I guess these are the ones that actually work.
There you go. Well, and that shows all the coverage areas. There's all the areas in green, I assume, are the. This is fascinating. So there you go. So why is this information important, right?
Oh yeah. Good call, Errol. Sorry, I'm getting all sidetracked here with this geeky stuff.
Well, what's cool about this is, I mean, this is actually really important because if you're going to, put your business on Starlink, you kind of.
Oh, we're getting breaking news right now. What is this?
No. What do we got, Ben?
Oh, we got a manhole fire again. I mean, these manhole fires.
Same manhole.
They keep popping up, Errol. What's going on?
That one manhole, real problem.
I mean, listen, if you have a problem in the office and your internet keeps going out, you got to get some fixed wireless fiber. You're going to keep getting these manhole explosions and accidents. Anyways, going back to the Starlink constellation system, it is really cool. And I think we read an article earlier. Starlink uses microwave to actually transmit to the ground stations from space, which is 342 miles.
They use some, they called it a low intensity microwave, which is beyond my expertise at this point, but it won't be next week when I start doing some more research.
Hey, look at the corner here. If you see, you can't really tell, but it says 73 milliseconds. Do you think that's what my latency is, or you think that's what the Starlink latency is? That's gotta be what Starlink is.
I have no idea, because I know that the Starlink latency will depend obviously on how many hops you have before you hit the ground station, right?
This is crazy. This is so cool. I wish the fixed wireless industry had something this cool.
That's true. Actually, we do not have something this cool.
We definitely don't.
We should research that. We might be onto something here.
Whoa, I just reset the whole graph. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So all those hexes are coverage areas, right? So the more articles we read, the more you realize.
Oh, yeah, tell me about that. What does that mean? What does this mean?
So coverage areas are where you, as a consumer, can buy Starlink and use it for business or personal or whatever it is you might use. Now, what's kind of important is because if you're in a hard to reach service area, or you do want to have a backup, which is what we're talking about when you talk about manhole fires, which might be happening right now down the block from you.
Right now.
There you go.
Carbon monoxide.
Oh,
you need to have a reliable backup that is both consistent, dedicated, ideally, and quick to deploy. Right. So what's good about Starlink, and listen, we're going to say the title of this is Starlink versus fixed wireless. Why?
Yeah, but Starlink uses fixed wireless for the most important part
for backhaul, right? So I mean,
good call for backhaul. Wow.
Yeah. Whatever. What a statement.
I think Starlink doesn't like Canada very much. Look at this. Look how empty this is up here. What's going on there?
I ain't saying nothing. There's lots of.
I mean, I love Elon Musk, but Canada is a very small population compared to the U.S.
Well, especially in those regions, right? So if you're going to try to prioritize areas that have high usage, which they will, as all carriers do that.
What's this weird thing flashing here? What is that? You see that?
I don't know. I noticed that the last time I was looking at it too. Let's see.
I think that's like a galaxy or something floating really
Probably
close to us.
Probably not a galaxy. Probably not. It appears to be over a rural area of Canada, so I don't know why.
That looks like
maybe not rural.
Is that Alberta? I think that's
maybe.
I think that is Alberta. Yeah. Oh my God, my Canadian family's gonna make fun of me if
your
I'm not
Canadian
sure.
credentials are showing right now. And
Oh
it's
boy,
good.
it's not Edmonton. Could it be Edmonton? Maybe Alberta. Yeah, no, Edmonton's like up here.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Well, here's my question for you, Ben. So, when you're looking at why shouldn't I just use Starlink? Right, so if I could get Starlink,
Yeah.
why shouldn't I use it? According to the website, it's cheap. It looks like it's the
Good
same
question.
price as any circuit I could get from the big boys that are not
Listen, there's a time and a place for
circuit.
everything, right? There's a time and a place. Do you want to use
Right.
the super soft toilet paper all the time, or do you want to have some like rough toilet paper sometimes? There's something.
What an analogy! What an analogy! See, Ben and I, we were discussing like all of these possible analogies prior to the show. This was not one of them, but it's
No,
accurate.
it's definitely not. It's
accurate.
It is accurate, but if you're looking to do credit card transactions and do them really quick and a lot of them, I wouldn't suggest satellite, right?
Right.
I would suggest, I'm going to say fixed wireless because that's I'm really pro
Obviously.
fixed wireless.
Yes.
But if you had a choice between fixed wireless and satellite, I'd get a lower speed fixed wireless that's cheaper versus what others might think is a high download speed and mediocre upload speed that's cheaper versus on satellite.
Right.
Because you can't process credit card transactions in 82 milliseconds. That's even worse than
that seems a little problematic. The other thing you have to think about is that it is shared, right? So Starlink is a shared medium. All satellites must inherently be shared. There is no dedicated.
Sorry, I'm filing my nails right now. What did you say?
Well, you leave my nails alone, all right? Here I am. I'm trying to pretty myself up here.
Trying,
all right, but back to the topic at hand. The fact of the matter is, Starlink is, as you saw, a mesh that is not dedicated. Right?
Well,
so
before the call, you gave me the analogy and I agreed with you. You said Starlink is like an access point in the sky because it can give you. I mean, why don't you throw out the thresholds here? So you're reading a really interesting article that says,
right. Yeah. So we're reading some articles that they're a little bit they're a little bit long in the tooth now. They're from 2021, which is ancient history in the satellite business, I guess, even though it's not. We're seeing some articles that are saying, with 4,000 satellites, the maximum user count for Starlink before saturation, which would be more people on it than the system could dedicate bandwidth to you, is 500,000. Well, Starlink just announced that they have like 1 million to 1.5 million users right now, so they're 3 times over the limit. So what does that mean? It's just like if you were getting a coax connection from a legacy provider, right? It's oversubscribed. It's got a ton of people on it. You're sharing bandwidth.
Right.
Sure, you might get 500 meg now. You might get like 200 meg and high latency in 10 minutes.
So right? It's way oversaturated. It could be way oversaturated.
It could be way oversaturated. We don't have real-time information on that. Obviously, you have.
Well, based on this map here that we're looking at, let me pop this back on the screen.
Let's pop it back up. I mean, this map is already more updated, obviously, than our previous article, because the previous article is referring to, I think, like 1,200 satellites or something, and we're looking at like almost 4,000 to 5,000 satellites, which
I think it's 4,543, and then of that, 3,717 are active and in use.
Right. So those 3,000 and some odd.
I feel like that guy that follows Elon Musk on Twitter is like his plane or something. It's kind of creepy,
Oh, wait a left turn. Yes, poor Elon. He does have a stalker who follows his plane. That is.
We have something else coming in here.
Hold on. Guess what, folks? What could it be?
Manhole covers exploded
out
of the ground.
More manholes
explosion. These photos from the scene on 8th Avenue near 34th Street.
This is Macy's,
isn't
it?
The same manhole. No,
yeah, that's Macy's right there on the left.
Yeah, actually, that's unfortunate.
Whoa!
That's what it sounded like when an underground fire sent 2 manhole covers.
Everyone shout out I Remain Kent. I Remain Kent is doing good work out here.
Between 34th and 36th
I Remain Kent. Yeah, baby. Is that Twitter? Is that Twitter handle?
Looks like Twitter handle to me.
That's the first
wow.
thing you think of being.
That's nuts.
That's when I ran back a block.
Feeling his body. I mean,
slammed into the ground with such force it actually split in half.
Holy smokes!
This man was just a.
That's crazy. Listen, I love fixed wireless. I love fiber, but come on, people, get some diversity in your play. Aren't we all about inclusion and diversity at this time in this world right now? Let's get fixed wireless in the mix. Is that too much, Arrow? It's too much for Arrow. It's too much. I think I lost him. Arrow. Yeah, got it. We should just get it. We should always think fixed wireless. When you think of fiber, you should always think of fixed wireless fiber as an alternative, as a secondary connection, as a primary connection. You should keep it. Well, I appreciate everyone's time, and thank you for joining, and look forward to seeing you on the next episode.